Okay, let's take a look at this one. So I guess the first thing I would do is distribute that negative through and get rid of the parentheses. So let's make that a negative x, a minus 2 minus x, and that's going to be less than or equal to 6x minus 5. And then for me, I always collect terms before I start moving stuff around. So I got minus 1x minus another x. That's going to make minus 2x minus 2 less than or equal to 6x minus 5. So from here, there's two ways you can go. You could either bring the x's to the left or to the right. When I'm doing an inequality, I almost always bring them to the left because it looks really backwards to me otherwise. I'll show that version over here just to kind of explain how they're the same but they look different. But this is probably what I would do, is subtract the 6x over. And it looks like that, like that. So that makes negative 8x minus 2 less than or equal to minus 5. And then let's add that 2 over. So that would be negative 8x is less than or equal to negative 3. And then right here is where there's often a problem, and that is we're about to divide an inequality by a negative. And remember, that's where you have to flip the direction of that sign. So as I divide through by negative 8, that's going to get me x is now, instead of less than, greater than, double negative, so that would be positive 3/8. And then I think it asked for interval notation. It did, so x is greater than, so that would be going this way. It's got an equals to, so I would want 3/8 comma infinity with a parenthesis there. So that was one way, and the danger on this one is people forget that negative when they divide, and then they have the right answer but the sign facing the wrong way. So the other way from right here that you could have gone, and again, let me just kind of show this because it messes people up when they do it on accident and they don't know how to get out of it. Let's say instead I had decided to add the 2x over, which is totally legit. And so this side would now be negative 2 is less than 8x minus 5. So then I would add the 5 over. And then there's the same 3 is less than 8x. And then when I divide this, I don't have to flip the sign because I'm not dividing by a negative now. And so what I end up with is this inequality written kind of backwards, and that messes people up too. 3/8 is less than or equal to x. So 3/8 is less than or equal to x is the exact same thing as x is greater than 3/8. Think about it. X is greater than 3/8 or 3/8 is less than x. So the exact same thing. If you want to rewrite this in this order, you can switch the order, but you have to bring the inequality with it. Because right now the greater than part is facing the x. So if I were to rewrite this with the x on this side, I'm not flipping the direction of the inequality. I'm rewriting the direction of this entire expression here. So they do come out to the same answer, but like I said, this messes people up when it's written backwards, and then that messes up when they divide by a negative. So those are kind of the two common places to hang up. Hopefully that was helpful.